How was your morning? Explain to me one more time.
Do you want me to give you a play-by-play run-through?
Mm-hmm.
So I wake up 7 a.m.
Okay, don't ever start a sentence with "I wake up." Every person in the history of mankind has started the same day the same way. So you wasted a good 4 seconds of my life. Okay.
Okay, well now that 30 seconds of my life has been wasted by that explanation.
Just kidding, bro. That's a part of The Office.
Oh, no way.
Do you remember Robert California, like who's played by?
Who
plays Robert California?
The guy who plays in the Avengers, the bad guy.
Oh, okay, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but yeah, he asked the receptionist to explain her day to him, and she starts it off with that, and that's what he says. It's so funny, dude. Sorry. Okay, so you woke up.
Yeah, well, I was just trying to illustrate the fact that I woke up at 7, which I don't think you've ever done.
Flex. Okay. Really, that's interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting you say that. But okay.
Just kidding, dude. I know that you had a stint, 2-year stint where that was pretty consistent.
It was very.
Other than
and then
that,
I went back to my 9 to 10 ways, which is I'm much happier.
Right. So I wake up early, go to the gym, have a great back day, bicep day. Get home, have my protein shake. We made sourdough French toast with honey. It's amazing. And then I proceeded to go, well, today I got to be productive. So I sat down with my laptop, whipped it open. I was going to get ready I was going to edit the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
And then proceeded to have my heart crushed when I realized that your audio was not there, and I was talking to myself, and that we would have to re-record.
So you just saw me like moving my lips, and then it was just you kind of talking to yourself, and I was just like completely mute.
Yeah. So like your audio was completely gone. So yeah, I was just like, no way. I was like, I gotta go into settings and find the audio. But as I kept looking around, I just realized it's not there. It's gone.
So you get your heart shattered.
Yeah, heart shattered.
After you're gonna go be productive.
Yeah, that's when I realized I needed to just have a lazy day.
I feel that. So what's your day consisted of since?
Well, after I realized that, I was just like, bruh. And then I kind of cleaned my room up, which I guess isn't very lazy, but, I wanted to unpack some stuff at my grandma's house. Then I was, bro, I when you're on your own and you're trying to be productive, you kind of realize how much time eating takes. Like, I look over at the time, I'm like, okay, I'm like 11:45. I'm like, okay, what's next? And Luke's all, it's probably like lunchtime, right? I'm just like, oh my gosh, I feel like we just barely finished breakfast, dude. Like, I can't eat all the time.
But I'm hungry again. It's like so annoying.
I am. So then we seared up, we cooked 4 steaks, each had 2 steaks.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys are really on that grind.
Oh yeah, we got to get the nutrients. And then had some sourdough bread, orange juice, and then right after that I switched my laundry because I was doing laundry today, so I'm just mad productive. Went out, laid in the sun for a little bit, got some vitamin D.
Hey, dude.
We're living our best life, really.
Does it feel good?
Dude, it's amazing, bro. UV index is 3. It's like 60 degrees. When you sit in the sun, it's like kind of hot, dude. It's so nice.
60 degrees isn't hot.
Well, no, when you're in the shade, it's kind of chilly, but like when you get in the sun, dude, it's pretty spicy.
Dang. Yeah, dude, there's nothing better than really just like laying down in like a really, really warm Sunday. Oh, and then like you kind of get up after and your skin's warm and you go and like chill in the house, dude. It's so nice.
That's the classic.
You just feel good, dude. The sun does something to you.
It does. And I think people are disregarding it a little too much,
Mm-hmm. What, global warming or?
No. The sun and how great it is to be inside.
Oh,
of it.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I meant. I just dumb, stupid.
Right. Yeah, no. So then I realized, Alex has such a good attitude about the whole thing. You're just like, hey man, happens. We'll re-record. I was like, hopefully it's just as good. But I mean, how could it not be?
And that's why I'm not worried. I noticed a little tremble in your text, and I brought you down, and I said, listen, this as much as I do. Nothing's gonna change. And I guess we can just jump right into that, where some unfortunate events have transpired to where Gabe is up and left. And I can already see my uppies' faces. I can already see it. They're a little nervous. But again, the vibes are redonkulously high. They won't ever leave, whether we have to digital dap or we dap in real life.
100%.
So even though circumstances have changed, the vibes have not. The amount of good quality has not. and we're just gonna be even stronger now.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
don't worry. But do you want to give them a little explo for the
An
distance?
explanation.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what
just
you
to give
mean?
them some, yeah, just to give them some context as to kind of what's going on. Because it's
Yes.
weird not seeing us sitting next to each other. I feel weird,
No, true. It's slightly uncomfortable,
right?
and yet
I
the
just need
vibes
to
are
look in
still
your
equal.
eyes. Oh yeah, of course.
So here's a quick explanation. Essentially, decided it was time for me to move on to the next stage in my life, which involved a move. Right?
Yeah, oftentimes it does. I love that.
Yeah. Sometimes you realize where I'm at is not where I need to be, so I need to go where I need to be.
Mm.
Right? So, I can't be around the snow anymore. It was one of the main things. Need to get away from the
Not a
cold.
snow guy at all, huh?
No, I'd rather travel far to snowboard and ski than to live in it. You know what I mean?
So you're okay with it every now and again if you seek it, but not to live in.
I enjoy
Dude,
the
when
snow.
I was at your house, when I spent the night over New Year's,
Yeah.
it literally snowed. Like, I'm not exaggerating. What, like 3.5 feet?
Dude, it was insane.
It was maybe been 5 feet. It was nuts, and we literally shoveled your driveway for hours.
Yeah,
it was wild.
That's the kind of crap that I don't need in my life.
Well, we had fun though. We were like throwing snowballs, and
but we could have been like sunbathing.
We got very
fun.
sidetracked.
We did get very sidetracked. There's some positives. We always have some good stories, but like, yeah, just the whole like walking outside. It's wet. It's cold. Yeah. You have to brush your car off with all that. It's just like, dude, what a pain. And the snow like ruins vehicles. It like adds, like you can get rust all up in your business on the cars. And so like, it's much better for cars to be in the summertime.
Especially with your BMW, bro.
Yeah, dude. My BMW, my truck.
Did you guys take both down to St. George, or do you bring one?
Yeah, so we have the truck and the Beamer. Nice. Luke's trying to sell his BMW.
Oh yeah.
So that he can kind of switch it up. I mean, he'll probably get like another BMW. It'll just be older.
Oh.
He just really likes old 90s cars, which I love as well.
Okay, so it's not like to save money or make money. It's just to get a new car.
Yeah, but I mean, I keep telling him, I'm like, dude, you're gonna sell it for a lot, and then you can go buy something that's like slightly broken, and then we fix it up, and then it's like now you made money and you still have a car. But he really wants like an old M3, which is kind of a collectible. So it's like he probably will go straight across and not make any money, but still have a similar situation. So like, I don't know. He just kind of likes different style of cars.
I bet you there's a better market for that in St. George, because whether it's a luxury car or not, kind of, yeah. I feel like those are more driven in nicer, warmer areas.
Oh, for sure.
Opposed to like where I live.
There's definitely more people up north. Like when you look on Facebook Marketplace and KSL and stuff, there's like most stuff gets listed up there. But I'm like surprised at how many nice cars are around here. Like driving around in Payson and Spanish Fork and Provo, like you don't really see nice cars that often, every once in a while. But here it's like every drive, it's like multiple, like several cars are like nice. I'm just like, dang, man, people are living high on the hog down here.
That's sick, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of a sick vibe.
Like a poor man's Vegas, or like a poor man's LA or something.
I like to call it Utah's California.
Okay, no, that's way better than what I said.
It's like got the palm trees. It's super warm, super sunny, nice houses. There's like, it's just, I mean, there's every restaurant you could think of. It's an hour and a half away from Vegas, bro.
I'm thinking maybe we come and kick it for a couple months in the old GZ.
Dude, I think that you will. I don't know. I like what I'm hearing. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what's gonna happen? But I mean, I am not opposed.
Yeah.
The more I'm hearing, the more I'm liking.
Yeah, it's a wonderful place. Best part though, right? When you're driving around, even in January, right? Windows down, moonroof open, just music.
It'd be a movie, bro.
Yeah.
If it'd be a movie.
Yeah. Bro.
Now let's get down to business.
Of course.
How is the lady situation in the old G's piece?
So, I think it's a little early, right, to really break it down. But so far it's kind of weak. Okay, you get on the apps, get on the grams. I'm already running out of options.
Okay, and I sense a little bit of worry here. Remember,
Yeah.
we don't do strength in numbers in the dating game. We go for quality over quantity.
True. You've got
So
a great point.
Yeah, I do. So what are we talking about with? I think you got one or two where the pickings are looking real good.
Well, there's definitely a couple I got my eyes on. Okay, and that might be an exaggeration. About a couple. I think I might have just one.
Okay. And you're going out there soon, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna find a time to hang out with her. Hopefully, I strike while the iron's hot, so she doesn't like let me know. Hey, I got a boyfriend now. I'm just like, oh well, missed that opportunity, which happens occasionally.
That's funny. Oh no, yeah, no, it does. It's funny because when I feel like when I ask a girl out, I am like way just direct. I'm like, hey, like you're cute. Let's go out this weekend. Like I don't get to know her. Like I'm gonna do that all on the date. I think we've talked. I don't know if we've talked about this specifically.
I agree.
But I don't understand all the small talk and like. I think you remember when I was texting that girl like a couple podcasts ago, and I got like a text. Maybe it's only like episode 3 or something, but I got a text as we were doing the podcast, and you were like, "Who's it from?" I was like, "Lady," and it was the one of the ones where I like messaged her, I got her number, and then I asked her out on a date like within like 3 interactions, so like pretty quick. And she's like, "I don't know if I feel comfortable. Like I don't know you very well," and like I'm not saying she's wrong. Like I understand that train of thought. But how is like small talking for like weeks and months on end gonna help you to get me to know, you to get to know me really any better?
Right.
Like as long as it's a safe situation, like let's just get to know each other on the date.
I think that's far and few between that kind of thing happening, right? So, which I mean, it sucks when it does. I mean, that's kind of one of the benefits of the pod, right? They get a taste.
They get a lot more than a taste. They get more than they would ever want.
Oh yeah, you got a big gulp. But no, I'm usually the same way. I usually just like don't like to waste my time. But I feel like the position I'm in right now, like I don't know. I would like to find a time where it's like perfect. So I kind of like spend a little bit of time snapping them, getting to know them, just kind of like, and I take my time with it. I don't like snap back really fast. I kind of just do a couple snaps a day. I don't want to overwhelm you with conversation. Like we don't really know each other, right? I just want to kind of keep my hand on you a little bit, right? And then when I'm like, okay, I'm like really down for a date this week. I have some time. I have some money, right? Then I can go and like do something fun. So it'll probably be this weekend or like beginning of next week. When I just
want to hear about it, and I know the uppies want to hear about it. We just need to hear about this date.
Of course. Well, I will say this though. I'm gonna be hitting up the old YSA.
Good, dude. Yes.
This Sunday.
I love to hear that.
And we might ward hop.
Yeah, probably have to.
Right, because there's
you and Luke stroll into that YSA ward. It's over, bro. Everybody in there. A gust of wind. Everyone gets chills. Everyone looks.
They're like, "What the heck? Why did I just get goosebumps?"
They look over.
No, dude, for real though, we just probably bought brand new pants and a brand new shirt for each of us at this like tailor shop that's owned by someone who like used to live in one of my old wards when I lived down here. And yeah, dude, I don't have any.
You got it
shoes,
customized, like you got it tailored.
Yeah, so the pants they tailor them so it's like they fit it around, like they like get a size that fits around your thighs, nice, right? The old meaty thighs, and then they kind of like take in the waist and then hem it up to like barely touching your shoe kind of thing. Dude,
I need to get in contact with whoever that is.
Well, the pants were only like $50, so it's nice.
Dang, dude, nice church pants, huh?
So, because I like hated my church clothes, and that's one thing that kind of stops me from wanting to go to church is like I don't feel like I look good, right? And it's uncomfortable. So it's like I already don't really want to like get up and go do the whole thing.
Yeah.
But then I put on the stuff, and then I'm like, this is even worse. But now I'm gonna look nice, and I'm gonna be like, okay, like get back in the grind of things, you know. So, if we go to the main, because he was telling us, the guy that was doing all the clothing, that there's like 20 YSA wards down here.
Really?
Which I don't know if it's a lot, but there's like multiple stakes, 20 wards.
Feels like a lot.
So we're gonna go to ours, and then if I feel like it's meh, I might go to. There's a university YSA. It's like specific for
probably where you want to be.
Yeah. Dixie State.
Party school.
So yeah, that's the situation. So we'll see if there's any honeys there that just like didn't feel like getting on the old mutual and just want to kind of meet people in person. Who knows? I don't know. Those ones are weird.
Great. Yeah, if there's any extras, let me know. That'd be fun.
I'll be saving them for you for the summer.
Yeah, if there's any leftovers. It'd be great.
Well, like you said, quality over quantity. So
No,
I
absolutely.
only need one.
We swing for the fences around here. Just it only takes one.
Just one home run.
So now, what you said you had a job opportunity when you were down.
Yeah.
Do you want to kind of explain what you're going to be doing?
Oh, dude, did you write this stuff down? I feel like you're just like nailing it all. The stuff we talked about in the old episode.
I just love the pod, man. It's just in my heart. It's just easy.
You're passionate, and it's obvious, and we love that.
It is obvious.
Yeah. So, interesting job. So we actually came down to St. George to visit and kind of just like feel it out. I was gonna have like 2, maybe 3 weeks of like preparation time where we pack and like get money together to kind of like be ready for it. But the reason why we moved down so quick was my dad was like, "Hey, buddy of mine has this company. They do troubled youth transportation, which is very interesting. But essentially, 2 guys, a lead and a companion, will fly out to some city. In the middle of the night, they go and wake up a kid that's had their parents kind of pay for this whole transport thing to a school, right? Like a troubled youth school. You pick up the kid, you put him in the back of this van that you rent, right? And you're not like beating him up or doing anything weird. You just pick him up. You're kind. If the kid gives you trouble, you can put handcuffs on him and put him in the back. Anyways, essentially, you pick him up, you take him to the airport. The airport, you fly to some other city. You go to the school, you drop him off, and then you go on the airport back to Salt Lake or to wherever. And what's nice about it is you get paid pretty well for like just like 24 to 30 hours of work. So it's like, you can do 2 trips a week and still have 3 days off, 3 or 4 days off to chill. And that's like, it's a lot of money. I don't know if I should like say how much money it is on the pod.
You do you, bro.
Yeah. But it's a good amount of money, and I was hoping that's why we moved down so fast. I was like, okay, well, if we're ready, we signed up, like we're ready to go. Like he might give us a transport, like this week. But then he didn't give us a transport this week and didn't really like text us. And I was like, okay. So I texted him a couple times, and like he responds, but just like all he says is like, okay. Because I say like, hey, let us know, keep in touch, like please keep us updated. He's like, okay.
Yeah, we kind of moved down here early, kind of for this.
Yeah, I even like we texted him last night. I was like, so just so you know, like me and Luke are very motivated, right? And we're slightly desperate because we just barely moved to St. George. We're like ready to work, so please keep us updated. He just was like, okay. That's all I said. So I was like, okay. So my dad said
FaceTime call incoming. I'm tired of this crap.
Yeah, I want the deets. So we're really hoping that this coming like Monday he'll give us a call and be like, you guys ready? We're just like, let's go, because like otherwise, I mean, we've just been doing DoorDash, and we're scraping by, right? We had to buy the church clothes, and I was just like, $100, right? 50
That's a lot of money, dude.
Yeah, dude, I was just like, I do not have this kind of a cashola on me this second. So
yeah, I feel that.
So that's the situation with the job.
Yeah, hey, the DoorDash, it's really good for like date money or like food money. It's great. Because, again, if you're a schedule or a boss, it's awesome. But as far as to live on, unless you're doing it like full-time hours, I feel like it is hard to make a living or enough. It's kind of tough.
Well, down here in St. George, it's like pretty similar to Spanish Fork from what we've seen as we've tested it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I only did it for... Like basically, if you did it for 4 hours, which is essentially part time, you make $100 a night, which is pretty good. So it's like $20 an hour. It's
good for sure. And then you got to factor in gas, which is tough too.
Yeah. So
for how expensive gas is right now, like that's a huge chunk of your paycheck.
Well, plus I have the truck, so like I use a quarter tank every time I go out for 4 hours. So it's like.
Are you guys not using the Beamer?
Well, Luke uses the Beamer.
You guys don't go together.
No, because then you split the paycheck, so it's like we split up. But I'm thinking that the old grandma sauce is gonna help me, because she got like a little hybrid Elantra.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hop on one of those, get some 40 mpg.
Oh dude, you are made in the shade, my man.
Yeah. So hopefully that works out. Get some cash, get comfortable, hang out with a girl. Things start rolling. Right?
For sure. All you can ever want.
That's all I need, my man.
Okay. I thought you were gonna do the TikTok live while Luke drove. Wasn't that like a nice 1-2 combo wombo?
That is actually, it's a genius idea, and we tried it. So one day we went to Spanish Fork, and I was like, okay, let's do it. So I hop on and I start living, but like Spanish Fork's LTE just like is spotty, so like I kept losing connection. And I was like, bro, we got to go to Provo. So we went to Provo, and he's excited because he thinks, you know, Provo is a little bit more dense than Spanish Fork, so it might be good, especially all the college kids that are like busy. But dude, the traffic in Provo is just horrible. So like he wasn't making very much money, but I was making a ton on my TikTok live. And so like it was just kind of, and like I thought it'd be fun because like, you know, I'm on TikTok live, he's driving, we're kind of like hanging out, and it's more entertaining for him. But he found that like it's just more distracting, and like I'm not really talking to him because I'm talking to TikTok live. And so like he's just kind of sitting there, and then it's distracting, and so it kind of just like blew up in our face. It wasn't really that good. So we've just been splitting up doing DoorDash. We both do it, and it works out pretty well. But we've only done it once down here because we're really like, oh yeah, well we have a job, so we don't need to do DoorDash anymore. We tested it out, but we didn't really do it. But now I'm like, what if he never gives us a transport? I think he will. But I'm just saying, like, we got to put ourselves in a situation
maybe have
where,
like a backup plan or something.
Yeah, because if he like falls through and that isn't a thing, then I'm gonna have to go find a real situation, you know.
Yeah.
Which I gave up a good job up in Draper to come down here.
They did. It's true.
So
did they say anything about that, or were they a little ticked, or were you just like, hey,
well,
never mind?
Well, they were kind of just like, hey, like, is he still interested? We're like, you know, maybe you can come in and talk to the manager guy and see what he kind of wants and how much he needs to get paid, because they really need people. And so, yeah, I was thinking about doing it because I was just like, dude, like, that'll really take some pressure off, and then me and Luke can like maybe move into a place, and like it'll be sick. But then I went to St. George. I moved down here and told my buddy, I'm like, yeah, I moved to St. George, like it's not gonna work out. And he's like, all right, that's fine. I just told him that you weren't that interested because you didn't like reply to the email or anything like that. And I was like, all right, perfect. But I'm like, I'm sure it'll be fine. But yes, I did give up the job to come down here. So yeah.
Hey, I mean, that takes some stones, man. So I respect the hustle and the faith, because who knows what could happen to you.
Right. I could die. This could be the last episode.
What is this? This is episode 11, right? 11.5?
Yeah, 11.5. 11 part 2.
Okay, well, I think my favorite part of last episode, other than hearing about your big adventure and your big move, was the new segment that we kind of introduced.
Yeah, that was good, and
I think we should reintroduce it.
We should, because it was so good. I'm sad that we don't have all the footage.
Okay. And this stemmed, and I'm sure it's been done in a plethora of different ways, but this stemmed from Extra Ice, Ty's episode, where we kind of threw this out, and it went really well, and it was really fun. So I thought maybe we bring that into the pod and kind of see what we do, because I think we're both fairly opinionated. We don't have a problem kind of messing around, speaking our mind, in a funny, inclusive way. And I thought this would be fun for the uppies to enjoy as well. So this is going to be overrated or underrated. You had a great name for it last time. Do you remember?
Yeah. What is it? Over and under?
Was it that simple?
It was, I think.
It was just that good.
Under, over, something like that.
I think it was the over under. I think you're right.
Over, under. Yeah. Yeah, it's simple.
It's just too clean.
It's clean.
So yeah, we'll jump into the over under. Basically, how this works is we just tell each other, or we give each other different prompts. So I could say Nike, and then you would tell me if it's underrated or overrated, or if it's equally rated, fairly rated.
Yeah.
And then you tell me why you feel that way. And it could be, again, a person, a place, a thing. It could be anything.
Right.
And the more random, the more specific, the better. So we had some good ones last time. I'm going to revisit a couple and also throw a couple different ones out there.
Okay.
So
do you want me to answer about Nike, or do you want to start with a different one?
Oh, yeah.
Because I like that one. I think Nike's definitely overrated.
Nike's overrated.
Yes. Because, I mean, while I wear a lot of Nike and Converse, so I'm not necessarily against their shoes. I just think, man, they have like a grip on the shoe market. You know what I mean? Like everyone has Nikes, and they're really sick, but I kind of wish it was a little bit more evened out with options, right? And which ones are popular. Sneaker guys are a little different. They have like tons of different companies they buy from, but normal people, most people just like buy Nikes, Vans, Converse. Like that's basically it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm a big fan of Adidas, but I don't own an Adidas. I want to own Adidas. So I think Adidas is a little underrated. I just like that because they're German, right? And I like BMWs and like, so like they have a vibe that I'm like, I think I like them, but I'm like, I gotta buy some of their shoes.
I respect that. Yeah, my basketball shoes are Adidas. They're the Donovan Mitchell ones, and I love them.
Those are sick.
Okay, give me hot tubs. Underrated, overrated.
Oh yeah. Okay. Did I say fairly rated? The first time around, I think
you said equally rated.
Yeah, I think I had a breakdown. It was basically like if it's you and a girl, or you and like close friends, in like a cabin Airbnb situation on like a like a cool summer evening, like bro, hot tubs are nice. Yeah,
you get in the right circumstance, they are great. Yeah, I agree. But the social aspect of a hot tub, I don't know.
No, yeah, it's I think the reason why I'm leaning towards underrated is because it's the aspect of like in college towns, in Utah college towns, it's the go-to late night activity is like everyone just go to the hot tubs and it's like a bunch of strangers and 80% of them are guys. So it's like, this is lame kind of, right? So yeah, hot tubs are contingent on this scenario.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you get the water that's a little sus looking after a while, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, the green water. You're just like, why
essentially, it's just a giant bath, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Yes, it's weird.
Okay, give me the Super Bowl. Overrated, underrated.
Oh, that's tough. Because I want to say overrated. Because let's be honest, like, I mean, I'm at this point in my life, I'm starting to think that the NFL is just rigged, anyways. So I'm like, really, what am I watching? Right.
After watching this weekend's game that all ended within the last play. Yeah,
I'm like, this is just too uncanny. I feel like there are certain.
It was just too good, really.
It was. Yes,
that was the best weekend of football I think I've ever watched.
Yeah, it was insane, amazing, and super, super entertaining. But it's sus, to say the least. Right. The refs and I think a few key players are in on something, or like they get paid off to like act like right. There's just certain times when I'm like, why does that? Like, there's a guy that like just doesn't tackle someone. Right, when like it looks like it should be easy, and it just kind of like stands there. And I'm like, what is going on? And then the refs like call something at the perfect time. I'm just like, dude, come on. Like it all looks random, but it's orchestrated. And so, I love the Super Bowl vibes. Everyone loves Super Bowl commercials. Everyone's sitting around eating chips and salsa. You got the peanut M&Ms. I like the vibe, hanging out with the fam, watching Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but
the experience.
Yes, it's all about the experience. Otherwise,
and I'm happy. No, I'm happy that you said that, because we talked about last episode. We talked about B-dubs, and maybe this is an overrated or underrated that we talked about. But the food at Buffalo Wild Wings is plain just not good. Can we just stop pretending? Like it's just not. The wings are mid at best, subpar. So like what I was gonna say.
Sub, I like that.
Yeah, it's a little sub, bro. And again, you go to B-dubs. And if you go at the right time, if you go any weekend or weeknight between, 7 and 10, you're going to catch a good game. You're going to catch a good fight that's on. And you go for the experience. You go for the 900 TVs that they have in there. You go for the free refills.
Right.
You go for the fries, which are great. But you have to go with a buddy or, a group of friends, and that's awesome. But if you just go for food, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
So B-dubs is for the experience. Walmart, you go for the experience. Last night, instead of at 7-Eleven, I passed 3 of them. Why did I stop at Maverick?
Because Maverick's goated, dude. It's so good.
It's a different experience when you go in there. There's a guy snowboarding, hanging off of the ceiling. It's bright. It's like huge. There's all these different options.
Yeah.
And the layout and just the vibes.
The self-checkouts, dude. Come on. In a convenience store?
You see what I'm saying? It's just really, we got to start judging things based off experiences and not for what they are, just what they are.
And Target's experience, I think, is mid, even though the products are better. Whereas Walmart,
that's a hot take.
Yeah, I think it is a hot take, because I mean, like, what is Target that Walmart's not? Right? They're basically the same, but you get a better price.
Walmart has everything you could survive in a Walmart for the rest of your life. Honestly, it has everything, and you could do and live any life you wanted to in there.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
There's so much stuff. I think that the reason why I like Walmart is because of the extra selection that it has over Target. I'm a Wally guy.
Oh yeah, me too, dude. I love the randomness and
Mhm.
just the access to anything that's ever been made, ever,
Yeah.
and then some. It's amazing.
Yeah. You fix your car, you buy a fishing rod, you clean your face, you buy groceries. It's like, what else do you need, right?
Yeah, for real.
It's
It's
great.
everything you could ever ask for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Underrated or overrated dating apps?
Oh, okay. Well, you're really good at this because I'm always like, ooh, I don't know. I think underrated
Mm.
because I think they get a lot of hate, but I think they're useful if done right. Is essentially
And,
where I'm
and
coming from.
what might that look like?
Well, I think there's too many people looking for, like, too many guys looking for, quick, yummy yum. If you know where I'm going with that, right?
Sure. Not the best intentions using the app.
Right. There are some people that don't have the best intentions, and I think that I don't know if I should say that. Yeah, I just think that if you just play it right, play it clean, looking for the right kind of person, it can be useful. But you can't go in with the wrong expectations, right? Some people go in there and they get upset at the results they get. Well, it's like you just got to be self-aware and understand what this kind of app is and what it brings, and just kind of play the game to your own advantage. Otherwise, you will be disappointed. It's not. It is what it is, and it's not anything else that it's not.
Right.
It's basically
And
what I'm trying to say.
No, yeah, and I agree, and I think that it's really crazy how like mainstream dating apps are, to where you can meet somebody your age with most likely your beliefs and your interests,
Mm-hmm.
and you can just like connect with really anybody, and they can be super cute, they can be super fun, and like a blink of an eye you can be on a date with them. I mean, best case scenario, that would be great. And sometimes that does happen, but like
Yeah.
it's incredible that you can just connect with people that quickly, that efficiently, and you can have like these amazing relationships, marriages, whatever it may come of it, friendships.
Mm-hmm.
And they were found on on an app. Like if you were to pitch that to somebody 20 years ago, 100 years ago, like
It's crazy.
they would think you're insane.
Yeah.
But I think they really are like I think they're underrated too. I think I'm with you.
Yeah.
Again, if you were to use them with the right heart for the right motives, I think they're great. But if you're expecting anything more out of than just like a date initially, then I think you're ultimately going to be let down.
Yeah. And I think that people put too much pressure on the whole story of how they met, and they're like, well, I don't want
Yeah,
it to be
that's
like,
true.
I met on a dating app. Well, it's like,
I used to be that guy. That's true.
Yeah,
That's me.
and I think everyone is a little bit. It's like, I don't want my story to be I met on, Tinder or Mutual or whatever. Like, definitely not Tinder. But if it is that story, it's like, that's not the story you tell. You tell all the little details of like the texting beforehand and like the first and second date, and like, right, there's always a story. Every single time I've ever gone out with a girl, multiple times or whatever, from a dating app, it's always has a more intense story. It's like Mutual is
Right.
just the way that I figured out who she was. All the rest, happened, and it was a little bit more interesting. So it's like,
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
not like I
story.
FaceTimed her to like while we were dating. Like that's not like how we dated. Like it was in person. It was normal. Just
Yeah.
initially how we got connected was over an app. And
Right.
again, I mean, ideally, I'd like to like meet my wife, like make eye contact across the library, and she's reading the book that it's my favorite book, and she's humming the song that I've been thinking about all day. That's great. That's the rom-com stuff I'm about.
Yeah, true.
But again, why are people so like weird or afraid of, oh yeah, we met on Tinder, we met on Mutual, like why not lean into that? Like that's great. Like yeah, like we met on Mutual, dude.
Be
We
proud.
met on Tinder. It was like, yeah, why are we scared of that? That's a great way to connect or to meet somebody. Mutual.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's a tough one because I think people will vary by saying overrated and underrated from their experiences, and I haven't necessarily had like great experiences or bad experiences. I guess in the middle,
Yeah.
generally speaking. But still, I think for what they are, yeah, I think they're a little slept on. I do.
Mm-hmm.
It's really just amazing the technology that
Yeah.
allows. It's just nuts. It really is.
Yeah, dude. Technology has changed us all. I think probably overall for the worse, but it can if you're really careful, social media and the dating apps and all these different this stuff that people are kind of blaming on the downfall of humanity, it's like if you're careful, you play it right, it can be really useful and help you out a lot. So
I agree. Yeah, it really is just a tool to access really anything you want to do. And that leads into my last one. Underrated or overrated, the metaverse?
Ooh. Way too overrated.
Ooh.
Overrated, and that's weird coming from a guy who's like mad techie. Like I love like the latest gadgets and gizmos, and I have all this technology, and I love all the new like the news about it. I follow everything. But I'm also like a crazy traditionalist as well. It's like I want to live on a farm. I want to eat, completely organic stuff. I want to like raise my own animals. I want to, work out and not like sit around and look at a computer. Like all this stuff that like our ancient ancestors you want to do. Like I'm way into living that kind of lifestyle, but just like aided by a few key, pieces of technology that I'm passionate about. I don't want to live in technology. I want to live in the world, right, with nature and with like what God created. But like it's sick that we have iPhones and laptops and stuff, right? But it's like
don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
The fact that I can order any meal I want and have it delivered to my door, that is nothing short of a miracle.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Honestly. Like
beautiful.
What are we talking about here?
It's crazy.
Isn't it amazing that we've like been born and like we've created a life to where I could buy any meal, anything that's on my mind, have it delivered to my door in a half hour.
Well, yeah.
It's nuts.
Let alone
I'm not giving that
dude.
up.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess groceries and necessities, but
fast food.
I'm talking like a Chipotle chicken bowl at my disposal, at my very fingertips.
You just lay in bed.
You can't put a price on that. You just can't.
It's true. And
$10.95, but not really,
It's priceless, but like there's definitely a charge on my account.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. So no, I think that I don't want like there's like paintings and movies and video games about this idea of like a future dystopia where like plants have overgrown over all the buildings and everyone is just connected to the metaverse and they're all just like standing around with like a freaking everyone's like laying on the ground because they got the
kind of like Ready Player One.
Yeah, it's like it's a dangerous game we're playing, and it's so weird how movies and fiction books and comic books and all that stuff will think of ideas. These people that wrote these stories will think of ideas, and that ends up happening one day. It's almost like it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? We think of the idea, we think, wouldn't it be crazy if that happened? And then because it's in our thoughts, it just naturally starts to go that direction. So yeah, the fact that Facebook is like renaming to Meta and it's like the biggest company in the world, it's like, dude, it's a little scary. And so the pendulum is swinging too far, right? And I'm like one of the many that is like trying to pull it back. Like let's just like be normal and live healthy lives, please.
Yeah, that is interesting that I thought that would be good because you are so into tech, and so that's interesting to hear your take on that.
Yeah, dude, you're a genius with this over/under thing.
Oh,
you know exactly what to ask. What's funny is my idea.
Don't stop, man.
One of my ideas was the color blue. I don't even know if that's a good one.
I love the drastic change, but I think that's beautiful. That is my favorite color. So I'm going to say underrated.
Yeah.
It's just I love cool colors. Very blue feels warm to me. I know these are. I don't know. I forgot like my primary and all those. I don't know how that works. But I get a similar feeling to yellow. I know yellow is bright, but like yellow just feels warm.
Yeah.
Again, red, it just feels warm to me. I think it's funny how we associate different feelings, numbers, experiences with different colors.
Yeah.
Like for me, brown, number 7, and Thursday all have the same vibe.
For sure. Same.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy. So you feel okay.
Like, well, for me, like, what about
works.
Monday? Monday's red for me.
Monday's red. Yep. No, I completely agree.
Heck, dude.
Okay. Well, let's see. Okay. Let's think. Let me think of another one that I have like pretty. I just want to say it at the same time to see like how far we can go here. So we got Monday the same. I think I've got Tuesday.
Well, Tuesday is. I don't know if it'll be the same because mine's brown.
Maybe not. It's okay. Oh, okay. I was gonna say blue.
Well, because Tuesday.
But I don't really like Tuesdays, so I don't know.
Well, Tuesday to me is very similar to Thursday. I think it's the letter T, right? Because it's brown to me. Because Monday is red, but so is March.
Let's do Wednesday. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Orange.
No way, bro.
Dude. What the heck? I think we probably had I always attribute that to like when you're growing up and you're in kindergarten, there is a calendar and it's colored because it's supposed to be like, hey kids, like colored calendar.
Okay.
We probably had a very similar like kindergarten or first grade class with the same colors for like different, because like I see April is like light blue because of like the rain, right? May is red. Saturday and Sunday are like white or yellow.
That's so crazy.
Like,
okay,
weird.
What about Saturday? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
White.
Black.
What?
Oh,
it's the opposite.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Saturday's
Scratch this whole
black?
segment.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday are white for me, or yellow.
Interesting. But yeah,
Friday.
that is funny how similar colors, days, months have like a different vibe and a feeling to them.
Yeah.
But blue's always my favorite color. Like a teal, dark blue, like anything in the blue arena, I am for and about.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, blue, very underrated. It's my favorite color to wear. And I heard, no, don't quote me on this. I think I read something, whether it was like on Instagram or an article from somewhere, but you're supposed to wear the most often the color that your eyes are on as your hoodie or your shirt or your clothes. So I've got blue eyes, or maybe like greenish blue. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've learned, and I don't know if it is like a big difference, but I do feel like they make my eyes pop a little bit, which I just need all the help I can get considering my situation. So I have a lot of blue. I'm looking at my closet. I've got a lot of blue shirts. If you'll notice, I wear blue like probably half the time you see me.
Yeah.
I just love blue, man.
You do. I respect it.
But very underrated. Very underrated.
Of course. I was going to say that it's interesting because I've got blue eyes. I rarely wear blue. But I get when I do, like I get maybe some compliments on my eyes and like the whole blue thing. But like I get most compliments when I'm wearing green, which is weird. When I wear green, people are like, "Yo, like this is just your color." I'm just like, really?
What color are you wearing right now?
I don't know. I would say it's gray.
Oh, it looks green.
Oh, it is. I think it is green. I'm colorblind. So.
Yeah, you're colorblind. So everything that we've talked about in the last 5 minutes has no validity.
It's niche.
I'm wearing green.
You're wearing green too?
I think your eyes are really light blue, so they almost look green.
Well, it's almost like a gray.
Yeah.
Like it's weird, totally. But yours are like
a darker blue.
You're like a rich. Like the middle is blue and then the exterior is green. It's like it's just beautiful.
Have you been looking in my eyes? We just get lost in each other's eyes, bro. I love how we know each other's eye color like just so easily.
Yeah, it's kind of sus, but we like it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, dude. So yeah, over under. That's a goated segment. I think that we'll have to do a lot more of that.
Let's keep that up. Oh, I got one more.
Okay.
As we close up here, give me the Up&Up pod. Overrated or underrated?
So I don't know what I said during the first recording, but I gotta say underrated.
Really?
Oh yeah. You're all surprised. No way, really. No, underrated because, I mean, one, how could I say it's overrated? It's just not. Right? It's just fact. Okay. But no, I think there are millions of people that don't know what they're missing, right? Because in the future they're going to be listening to it. So at this point, it's almost like they have a hole in their soul or in their heart that they don't even know is there, because it's going to be filled by us one day, right? Down the line. So it's like, until it's overrated, it's underrated, and right now it's not overrated, so it must be underrated. And
again, even when it becomes overrated, it just won't be.
Yeah,
I don't know how to explain it. It never will be. It will always be underrated.
People will say it's overrated. They're wrong.
Yeah, and that's what makes it underrated. So.
Exactly. It's a beautiful thing.
But yeah, dude, just great content. What time are we at?
42.
Okay, I feel good about that.
Yes.
That was very clean.
It was clean. The fact that this was a re-recording and it was just so flawless.
And just as good, if not better.
Right. Crazy.
And yeah, it was great. Just smooth. Smooth as butter. And I feel great about that. So right. I think we leave them with wanting a little more. We got new segments. We got updates on life and St. Jeezy, and we'll be back next week.
Yes, we will.
Because there would be no other way to do it because every Friday,
Exactly.
every Friday we're here.
So
And I hope they understand, our uppies understand just the dedication to where we could have easily chalked this and said, we'll just miss a week.
oh yeah.
We'll, you know, we messed up on the recording. It's whatever. We missed a week. We'll be back next week. We just would never do that to our community. Because I know people look forward to this.
Yeah.
I know people live by this podcast. I know that they crave this podcast. I know they get ready to it. I know they work out to it. I know they drive to it. And in good conscience and good faith, we couldn't do that to them.
No.
So yeah, we had to make this work, and I'm glad we did.
Yeah. Same. It's a beautiful thing what we've created this week.
Yeah, we're like parents. Like, it's our baby.
Episode
just
11.
Gorgeous.
It's our child. Every episode is a child, and we're on child 11.
Okay. Oh yeah. Episode uno. Dude, that's a clean title, man.
Mm-hmm.
The episode 1.
It's beautiful.
But hey, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you next week, man.
Okay. Love you, bro. Love you, uppies.
Hey, I love you. Peace.